If you're looking for success, one thing one must rid themselves of, kill or remove from own life or whatever that may be, is your personality. See, many people think their personality is their brand, but while your personality may be your brand, it can also be a hindrance more or less, especially if you expose yourself to a lot of people, right? And you do that constantly. Let's say, for example, you're a streamer. If you'd be a streamer and you reach a certain moment when you actually have a lot of followers, but not only followers because that doesn't count too much. It matters how many people you have watching you, right? Or watchers shortly. And when you have a lot of people who watch you, the very simple point is typically a lot of streamers will post a certain personality. Problem is, those people who don't mind saying the truth and things that actually are on their mind, and well, they don't like it to fake it till they make it, and well, just pretend to be social puppies and give what the masses want, these people will usually be met with difficulties because once you start behaving like your true self and you're no longer the entertainer, a lot of people will be simply mindfucked because, well, I thought you were different, and all sorts of things like this, right? Um, a lot of people would say, I love you, but you're different, or different things like that. Your personality is usually a hindrance in most situations because what you think, right? Personality comes from persona, which means whatever you accumulate in life. A lot of people are unfortunate in life, not because they don't have the talents or the skill, but because they are convinced somewhere deep inside that they suck, they're not good enough, and well, things like that. The even bigger problem is that they would invest so much of their energy even more into that conviction, right? They're committing to making their life even worse just because their mother or other people in life told them so. Don't forget, your mother is the first witch you will meet because with a simple set of phrases, she can make your life a living hell by limiting you, or she can make you a better possibility of life, which will bloom into some superhuman that will achieve many things, right? So personality can be a hindrance because honestly, well, it is nothing else but a mask. It is nothing else but a species of meaning that you have acquired. Some of them or most of them sounding logical to the mind. When they sound logical to the mind, well, the mind will become obsessed with them. As they become obsessed with everything that you put in them, well, the mind not only will try to remove those things from you because every thought, every piece of meaning that you put in your mind is technically treated as an unfulfilled desire. All unfulfilled thoughts seek to become one with creation. They seek to become one with creation by simply dissipating slowly and surely. That is why when you think a lot about certain things, especially say songs that you like, right? It's like you can't pull them out of your head, right? They are part of what you may think the personality because if you did not have that personality, most likely you wouldn't have liked that song either. When you embrace a personality, you will function out of a very limited, inside the box thinking in most situations because a lot of people they get stuck to whatever they think they are their job, they are their business, they are whatever they think they are. But greater possibilities of life open to people who simply start ignoring the noise, start building themselves a better life through simply ignoring the distractions of this sick society. Because the more distracted you are, the weaker you technically are. When your mind is scattered in all directions, because it cannot simply let all the noise be without giving attention to them. That's why this sick society is always full of ads and all sorts of things that constantly attract you, right? Glittering lights, shining lights, even more lights, ads everywhere in big cities, pollution, sounds, a lot of humans conglomerated into tiny spaces, right? Like way too many humans for a square meter. And that, well, makes miserable people share their energy just because you live with them. They constantly bombard the idea, what they meet, right? Whom they meet, the areas that they go to each and every day, the places they go through, because every time they think about things, they simply bombard the whole environment around them. So imagine millions or tens of millions of people doing that every day, and you're just a very sensitive being like me who simply walks around the streets, and well, be it that you like it or not, you're gonna be more or less a sponge towards those, irrespective of how ignorant you are or how aware you are. The more aware you are, though, you are becoming conscious of the fact that those energies start influencing you. When they start influencing you, you start feeling somewhat down, you start feeling low, and you most likely may acquire the idea that you're not good enough. All of those dormant ideas, that you may have heard, people pulling you down and the such, will start resurfacing again and again the more in touch you become with the toxicity and negativity of other people. People say if you want to have a good idea, a good opinion about yourself, make sure there aren't idiots around, because their purpose will be very simple. Whatever you do, they will find something that is not perfect in their mind regarding you, regarding your work, services that you provide, and literally everything else. Ultimately, it's not you or your personality, but that is their personality. See, a personality, you can take it as some kind of virtual reality goggles, right? One of those VR headsets that when you put on your head, you start seeing the world differently, right? What does a sick society want you? Well, complacency, don't question society, right? All these ideas are constantly bombed towards everyone. Like everyone is being bombed with these ideas. Like constantly you're being bombarded with these ideas. Don't question authority. Do what you're told, right? In the pandemic, you could also see that not only were they forcing you to do that, but they were doing it in a more wounded feminine manner, right? They were telling you that it is for the greater good. It is no longer for your good, right? How many of the people just heeded what society told them, right? They wouldn't care for their own self, or they wouldn't care for their health, because honestly, let's face it, they would smoke, they would conduct all sorts of self-destructive behaviors, but they were, afraid of a disease. Well, ultimately, who wouldn't be? But when your health is already being chipped at by your self-destructive behaviors, I mean, you're not afraid of that, but you're afraid of something new. People only become of death the moment they realize it, because ignorant people think they'll be here forever, and well, they're in for a rude awakening when, things happen and they realize that they will actually die. So hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. I'm not interested in making it any longer. Take care, enjoy life. Ferenc Board signing out.